Good morning from Montana. Hello. We're supposed to have not a huge storm, but like a decent little snow slush. So we're just soaking up all the last little bit of beautiful weather. Are we running now? Okay, we're running. The goal is to try to make the RV a little bit more Christmassy, a little bit more holiday cozy. So I'm gonna run to Hobby Lobby, I think. Babe. Slow down. Do you need help?
We gotta build some skirting. A lot of our neighbors have already done it. We're late. Figure out what we're gonna do for that, what the plan is. Start building some skirting before we get some crazy winds next few days. We had tank heaters installed and extra underbelly insulation, so we should have some heat retention there. Back to the camper. Coffee, number 2, yeah?
Yep.
And breakfast.
What are you doing?
It's getting cold, just look at the falling snow. There's season's greetings, happy meetings, oh, and a little bit of mistletoe. They're decorating the Christmas tree with a star up top for you and me. Can you hear the sleigh bells? It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Way up north.
The entire West Coast is under a severe storm watch right now. If you haven't heard of like bomb cyclone happening, so that is bringing some decent snow here in the next couple days. Normally wouldn't be that big of a deal, but this guy is going to Seattle tomorrow morning.
Maybe. I'm actually more worried about being in the air and getting close and then being like, well, we have to divert to Portland.
The images coming in from the west at this hour are just devastating.
To cancel our beverage service for this flight. It's just not safe for us to be out in the cab with a big heavy cart. Do apologize for that. Make sure your seatbelts are securely fastened.
Is that good? It was just me by myself for the next couple days. Hopefully that's it. Andrew flew out super early to the Seattle airport this morning. And at the time that we are vlogging this right now is the big bomb cyclone, like Washington, Oregon area, literally flying right into the Seattle airport. It is absolutely insane. He landed safely there, luckily. From the videos I've seen that people have posted about the cyclone on the West Coast, looks pretty gnarly, so definitely hope everyone is okay there. As Andrew left this morning at like 4 a.m, he woke me up and he's like, I'm so sorry. All of our tanks are full, not frozen, but he said like the levers to pull to empty them are completely frozen shut. And he's like, I don't have time to thaw them out and pull them. I'm so sorry. So we're gonna see before the storm comes and it gets colder, if we can move these at all. Don't want to pull too much because that happened with our Sunlight. It froze over and we pulled a little too hard and it broke off because they're just plastic. Gray one's not moving in. It was already pulled and the black one is stuck shut. So we definitely need to figure out a way to thaw that gently, not to the point where it cracks with like just dumping boiling hot water over it, but need to thaw that out before the snow becomes a bigger issue. So things like the stroller, I need to put that in my car, just things that we don't want to get super wet or covered in snow, because again, I feel like the snow is gonna stick. I'm also talking really fast because it's cold. So the hot water from the sink is not working. It's not even budging. So I think we're just gonna try stovetop water and cross our fingers. It is budging a little bit. I think I'm gonna do that one more time. Got it. Woohoo! It's a huge relief to know that it wasn't the actual tank that was frozen. I was starting to have my doubts. I was like, I think our tank heaters We're working pretty good. We have the antifreeze in the black and the gray tank, but I was started to have my doubts that everything was just going to be a crap show. Outside is secured, tanks are secured. Snow keeps coming down. I think it's going to throughout the day.
Put your lips on.
9 p.m. We have no propane flow. We've tried resetting the regulator. Hasn't worked. It's gonna be a cold night tonight.
Yeah.
And I just got back from traveling.
Well, it's supposed to snow tonight.
It's supposed to snow tonight.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out this heat thing. We do have space heaters. We really need to get this propane working.
That means no coffee in the morning either.
We need to buy a hot plate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap the tanks and see what else we can do.
Yeah, we had our
What I did not do, so
we had our original propane tanks on when we bought this Airstream. Going into winter in Montana, we figured it's a great idea to have some big backup tanks.
Yeah.
So we swapped those out for 240
yes.
gallon tanks.
Coincidence or not, this is the first time we've ever had propane flow issues in this camper.
Have you ever noticed that none of your propane appliances are working? You go online and someone tells you to turn on your stove. And
YouTube University. Earlier when I was turning them off and turning back on to reset the regulator and the overflow valve was, I did not turn off the fridge, and the fridge does draw propane. So that was key to, you have to reset the pressure, you have to turn everything off and have no draw on the propane.
Oh.
The regulator, it was red with the new tanks. These are Flame King tanks that we have. And then I swapped back to our original stock tanks that came with the Airstream. It turned green immediately. So I'm gonna go to return these tanks tomorrow. Sounds like there's possibly a valve issue with the tanks because they were both bad. I was wrong. Both tanks were malfunctioning. It's very interesting. Not really sure why, but gonna go see if I can get money back for these tomorrow. That'd be fun. I somehow doubt they'll do that, but we'll see. Hey, Andrew from the future here. We figured out a little something about the propane tanks. Our stock tanks were aluminum. The new tanks were steel. And as cold as it was that day, the propane just stopped flowing in the cold tanks. Aluminum does better with keeping propane warm than steel. That's the little tidbit. That's what we found. So living and learning, another day in the RV life. Thanks for tuning in this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down. But I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in